Hello children, today we will do question answers of chapter 2, the prize poem. Let's start. Answer the following questions briefly. Number 1. Who was the person responsible for the annual prize for the best poem in St. Austin's College? Answer. The headmaster rave author James Paschal was responsible for the annual prize for the best poem. Question number 2. What was the subject of the annual prize poem? The answer. The subject of the prize poem that year was the college. Question number 3. How long did the tradition of the poem prize last before it changed? Answer. The tradition lasted for many years before the rules were changed due to the events in the history. Question number 4. What did Reynolds do when Smith told him about the prize poem? Answer. Reynolds, who enjoyed writing poetry, agreed to write the poem for Smith since Smith did not like poetry. Question number 5. Where did Montgomery find the paper with the poem and what did he do with it? Montgomery found the sheet of paper with the poem near the infirmary and, seeing an opportunity, added 2 more lines to make it a complete poem and submitted it for the prize. Question number 6. How did Morrison claim to have obtained the poem? Morrison said that he found the poem on a piece of paper in the field, even though it was originally written by Reynolds. Question number 7. How did Smith defend his action when questioned by the headmaster? Answer. The Smith explained that everyone had to submit something as per the rules, but he couldn't write poetry, so he asked Reynolds to write it for him. He also argued that he was not trying to win dishonestly, as he knew he had no chance of winning. Question number 8. What was the outcome of the meeting with the headmaster regarding the prize poem? Answer. The headmaster, realizing the absurdity of the situation, decided to change the rules so the students would only compete if they genuinely wanted to. Okay, answer the following with reference to the context. So, first context is, what's the subject this year? He asked the college of all idiotic things. Couldn't have a better subject for an odd. By Jove, I wish I was in the 6th. Okay, so question number A. Between which characters does the dialogue given above take place? Answer. The dialogue takes place between Smith and Reynolds. B. Which subject has been referred to here? Answer. The subject referred to here is the college, which was the topic for the annual poetry prize. C. Why does he wish to be in the 6th? Answer. He wishes to be in the 6th form because he finds the subject easy to write about and believes it would be fun to participate. Okay, so second context is, but look here, said Morrison with sudden suspicion. I don't believe you made all this up yourself, did you? Well, he said, I found it in the field between the pavilion and the infirmary. Oh, well, it doesn't matter much. They are just what I wanted, which is great things. So A. Between which character does the dialogue given above take place? Answer A. The dialogue takes place between Morrison and Evans. What was the speaker referring to when he said, I don't believe you made all this up yourself? Answer. Morrison was referring to the poem that Evans had given him, suspecting that Evans had not written it himself. C. Why didn't it matter that the object was found in the field? Answer. It was not matter because Morrison only needed a poem to submit and he was not concerned about where it came from. Question context 3. Well, sir, the rules say everyone must send it something, and I can't write poetry and Reynolds like it, so I asked him to do it. A. Which storm did Smith wait for? Answer. The storms refer to the scolding or punishment he expected from the headmaster. B. Why did Smith wait for the storm? Answer. Smith had been caught submitting a poem written by someone else which was against the competition rules. C. Why didn't the storm burst? Answer. The headmaster found the situation amusing and realized that forcing students to write poetry was unfair, so he decided not to punish them. Answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the main theme or message conveyed in the passage? Answer. The passage criticizes rigid academic tradition and highlights how forcing students into creative competitions can lead to dishonesty and absurdity rather than genuine artistic expression. Second, how does the author use humor to highlight the absurdity of the prize poem tradition? Answer. The author P.G. Wodehouse used irony, sarcasm, and exaggeration to highlight how students who had no interest in poetry were forced to participate. The fact that 3 students unknowingly submitted the same poem adds to the absurdity. Question number 3. Describe the different characters' attitudes towards the prize poem and their actions to respond to it. First, Reynolds enjoyed poetry but didn't care about the prize. Second, Smith disliked poetry and only submitted the poem because it was required. Montgomery and Morrison opportunistically used the found poem for their submission. And the headmaster initially treated the situation seriously but later found it amusing and changed the rules. Question number 4. How does the passage explore the idea of creativity and artistic expressions? Answer. The passage suggests that true creativity comes naturally as with Reynolds and cannot be forced through school rules. It shows that making creativity mandatory leads to deception and artificial work. Question number 5. What does the headmaster's reaction to the situation reveals about his character and leadership style? Answer. The headmaster appears strict but fair with a sense of humor and understanding. Instead of punishing the students, he recognizes the flawed system and takes steps to improve it. Question number 6. Discuss the significance of the examiner's letter in the passage and how it impacts the headmaster's decision. Answer. The examiner's letter exposes the 3 identical poems humorously, making the headmaster realize the ridiculousness of the whole situation, which influences his decisions to change the rules rather than punish the students. Question number 7. How is the passage a comment on the expectations placed on students and the pressure to conform to certain standards in education? Answer. The passage criticizes the unrealistic expectations placed on students, showing that forcing creativity can backfire and lead to dishonesty rather than genuine learning. 8. In what ways does the passage showcase the complexities of human nature, including ambitions, deception, and creativity? So, answer is the passage explores ambition, students submitting the poem to fulfill requirements; deceptions, students submitting a poem they didn't write; creativity, Reynolds genuinely enjoying poetry while others struggles with it. So, it highlights how people find ways to navigate rules, often bending them when pressured. Okay, that's all for today. Okay, children, bye bye. Keep learning, keep practicing.